Welcome back folks, my name is LastKnownMeal and today we have a lot of CDPR related news, so I compiled everything into one video, and I'm also testing the new timestamp function on YouTube. Not sure if it will work, but you have timestamps for the topics anyway. First off, we had a earnings call with Mr. Piotr Nilubovic, who is the CFO of the company. In that we learned a lot of new info regarding The Witcher, Cyberpunk and various other things. Regarding The Witcher, first off we learned that the Witcher franchise sold more than 50 million copies. That includes The Witcher 1, 2 and 3. I am not sure if that includes Gwent and Thronebreaker, but a number of 50 million for a single player game, for 3 single player games, is truly amazing, and it's also the first 3 games from the studio. Obviously the most important Witcher game was the third one, which made them popular worldwide, but we can never forget Witcher 1 and 2 that started everything. A fun fact actually, the studio was learning how to make a game with The Witcher 1. They were just a distributor before, and when they started to work on The Witcher 1, they didn't know much on how to develop the game, and still. It will be interesting to see how much does Cyberpunk 2077 sell, but congrats to the devs for making all this possible and for giving us those games, and I'm kinda certain that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to sell more than The Witcher 3, mostly because, well, of course it's a new IP, but it's also an IP which has a lot of followers, and besides Cyberpunk, you also have people that played The Witcher 3, that played other games from CDPR, and they will of course jump into this, so I'm certain that Cyberpunk is going to sell a lot more. Next up, they had some general information about the studio regarding, well, the work from home situation, and they said that the studio still works from home. They adapted quickly to the new environment. The health and safety of their team is their priority. They are focused on delivering Cyberpunk 2077 in September, which Piotr actually confirmed it's right on track, and that they actually support local communities, which is really nice. Next up, we have the news that Cyberpunk 2077 will have a hands-on demo during the event. That means YouTubers and journalists from Poland will be able to try out the game. And that gives me one more incentive to move to Poland really soon, so Warsaw, here I come. It's also known that during the first quarter of 2020, about 12 million euros has been spent on the development of the game, slightly less than in the fourth quarter of 2019, which makes sense, game is closer to being done. There are also some news that people who try the game will be able to upload gameplay, but I am not sure how that will happen or if it's actually going to happen in the first place. One thing which is set in stone is June 11th, where I will have a stream through the entire day. This makes me happy because people will be able to play the game. It just tells you, hey, we're almost ready, come and try it out. I just know that everyone should prepare for a lot of information which is going to come out during the Night City Fire. And also, I'm quite jealous that it's happening in Poland, but honestly, it's just amazing. Next up is Gwent. We finally know how much did Android help the game. First off, Gwent on Android surpassed 1 million downloads, which is amazing. To be honest, I didn't expect it would go that far, but I'm sure as glad it did. I know that a lot of new people got into the game, and of course having it on mobile helps a lot. I just want Thronebreaker on mobile if it's possible, please. As we can see, this is the graph of the platforms 7 days after they have been launched. Android is really popping off, being really equal to GOG and iOS. I wish there was a way to see how many concurrent players we have, because that's the number of total downloads, but Gwent is still going strong. One number we do have is from Steam, because Gwent has been recently released on Steam, and it says that in the past 24 hours we had 4,720 people playing Gwent on Steam, and the all-time peak is almost 5,000, so those are the numbers we know about, but everything else, well, that's kinda hidden. On the bonus thing, it's also said that CD Projekt Capital Group maintained a steady cash flow, which ultimately means, yeah, we are still earning money every month. Because cash flow is basically a line that you can calculate, which tells you how much money you have through the year. And you can see throughout that line which months are your weakest, which months are your best, etc, etc. So these were the CDPR news I compiled for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I try to keep this as short as possible without putting too much fluff in it. If you did enjoy the video, please click that like and subscribe button for more. And stay tuned, because on June 11th, I'm going to actually upload and stream for the entire day. So it's gonna be wild, and don't forget to become a part of our growing community on Twitter and Discord. I also made a Patreon page, everyone. If you were looking for an extra way to support the channel, check it out. And huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out, and stay classy, everyone. Bye bye.